What's up everyone, it's your boy NR2003, aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome back to the JBL Cup Series Season number 4, and we are here to start the real season of Season 4, and welcome to the West Coast Swing. We are here at Auto Club Speedway, and for race 2 on the season, and for the Auto Club 400, this 2-mile flat D-shaped oval is set for 50 laps of action for these next-gen Cup Series cars, and it's going to be a while to say the least. This is the second time that I'm trying to do this. First time I tried doing this was tried to commentate with Andy Miller top accident, but it didn't work out with technical difficulties. So trying it again here at Auto Club. Hopefully at some point we can get some people in the booth later this season, but for now, still just a big staple. But anyway, race 2 Auto Club 400, the real season begins after the crazy Daytona 500. The real season starts now for the West Coast Swing, starting here at Auto Club. 14 races left until we get to the chase, and it's really gonna start to see if who can be potentially championship favorites and who can be consistent enough to make it into the top 10 points and who can get those 2 wildcard spots. So, coming into this event, points are pretty much where they finished in the 500. The Daytona 500 champion Colin Cropley is tied with Angel Overa for the points lead, and then Chris Williams is in third, 2 points back. Jordan Stout is in fourth, 3 points back. Juan Garcia, he's actually going to be tied with Jordan Stout, also 3 points back, with Garcia getting his first pole on the season. And Richard Kane is going to be in 6th, 5 points back. 7th is Troy Gossett, 6 points back. Tied for 8th is Nathan Ullman and Travis Crampton, 8 points back. And man at the top 10 is Derek Animal and Aaron Abel in a tie for 10th, 10 points back. So, very tight so far here in the Cup Series with only 1 race through the books. And we have to see what happens here at Auto Club Speedway and for the West Coast Swing to begin. So, let's go ahead and get the cars rolling off here at Auto Club Speedway. And it will be Juan Garcia and Aaron Abel on the front row. Juan Garcia already has had pretty good success to start the season. Of course, he won the Power Clash during Speed Week, and he starts on the pole for Auto Club and for the Auto Club 400. And a long time is to be unable. Zachary Fitzwater had a rough Speed Week, trying to make it up, and a long time is Wyatt Walker. Lance Smith Jr., one of the part-time drivers, made through the qualifying earlier, and a long time is Jordan Edwards. Well, 4 we got Mitchell Collins and Eli Bright, and rounding out the top 10 is Angel Overa and Eric Monaco. Going through the field to make sure that everyone is rolling off, and they are. And unfortunately for the Daytona 500 poster, he still dead last year in this one. So, 50 laps on top, 100 miles for race 2 on the season here at Auto Club Speedway. And it's going to be an interesting one, especially on fuel, because they can do 20 to 23 laps on fuel, maybe 24. And with it being 50 laps, it could be 1 to 2 stops, most likely 2 stops. But if this goes green, it may be 1 stop or maybe a few mileage. We just have to wait and see. Pace car dives on the road, and that will leave the field in the hands of Juan Garcia and Aaron Abel. And we are green for the JBL Cup Series. West Coast Swing is underway. Let's go racing at Fontana, California. And Juan Garcia is going to get another point another another bonus point to the championship, I should say. Lead lap number 1, and Atlanta Smith Jr. gonna take the race leeway. Early on, it's gonna be a lot of 4 wide, 5 wide action, and we got a caution on lane, and it is for the number 11 of Owen Miles. And maybe Josh Williamson might have turned him because he's off base as well. Caution on lap number 2. The craziness of Auto Club is gonna begin on this crash right there with Austin and Eli Bright. And as I was saying, the start, we're gonna see lots of 3 and 4 wide and 5 wide action potentially, and yeah, this give us in turn 1 and 2. So just like, oh my goodness, 17 Logan Williams got into the wall, a little bit right there. So just like the Daytona 500 a couple weeks ago, we get a early caution here in the JBL Cup Series, and here's the interesting thing. That's only 2 laps. These tires, they won't really fall off after only 2 laps, but in theory they could make it on one more stop from here, potentially. So that could be interesting. Let's see, what are these guys gonna do? Looks like they're gonna pit. They're gonna go ahead and pit, try to maybe stretch it past halfway, and then do a one more stop from there. And it looks like that's what everyone's gonna do. Yep, everyone's gonna pit here. Now the real question is, are they just gonna take 4 tires and fuel, 2 tires, or just fuel only? That's the big time question here. Let's see here. 2 tires for Juan Garcia. The white side tires. Lance Sims Jr. I think just did gas only. And I think some drives the fuel only, and some people took 2 tires. So very interesting strategy here at Auto Club early on. Tires won't really mean that much, I think, now, since it's only 2 laps on these tires, but gonna be interesting. So Lance Smith Jr. is gonna be the race leader still, and the team Colin, Owen Miles, and Josh Williamson are still on pit road. So something tells me that those are the 3 that were involved. I'm only on here at Auto Club in the first clash, but let's find out. Let's see what happened to bring out the first caution of the day here at Auto Club Speedway and for the Auto Club 400. Here we go. This will happen entering turn number 1, and yeah, this is something that we might see a lot here today. The classic turn 1 squeeze here at Auto Club. Josh Williamson just got to the outside of Owen Miles, got onto his corner panel, and unfortunately turned him. And Wine barely gonna get by from that. And unfortunately, those two not having good starts to the season. I don't know what happened to the 42. I don't know why he was still on pit road. Unless he has some kind of problem I don't know about. Because he looks fine. So, just a simple spin. Tough play for Owen Miles and Josh Williamson. Josh Williamson, he had a rough speed weeks for him. And for Owen Miles, he's going to have a rough start to his day here at Auto Club as well. Tough start for 2 of the Toyotas in the JBL Cup Series. Following along with the 11 of Owen Miles, and yeah, just thought it was clear until he wasn't, and Josh Williamson turned him. That's a tough break for Owen Miles because he came in 12th in points after the 500, and unfortunately, not a right way to start here today at Auto Club, but luckily he doesn't look like he has a lot of damage though. The number 11 machine, and it's very early on. So Lance Smith Jr., he won the race back to the line, and he won the race off pit road. We got some people that took fuel only, some people took 2 tires, so have to see what happens here. And let's go ahead and get back clean here in the Auto Club 400 and for race 2 on the season of the JBL Cup Series. Welcome back to Auto Club Speedway for race 2 on the season and for the Auto Club 400. We will go back green on lap number 7 of 50. We got 39 cars on track out of 40, and let me just say this. I don't know what is going on with Star Racing, but Fitzy has literally blown up 2 races in a row to start the season here, and both times it was under the first caution. Zachary Fitzwater, he blew a header, if I remember right, in the 500, and now here at Auto Club under caution, he exited pit road, and everything looked fine until it wasn't, and he unfortunately blew up for the 2nd straight week in a row. That is unfortunate for Fitzy, not the way that he wanted to start the season. And Fitzy, he might have to get hot and might have to get a wildcard spot if he wants to make it into the season 4 chase. Meanwhile, going back green this time by the top 10. It's Landon, Smith Jr., Mitchell Collins, Juan Garcia, Dale Campbell, Angel Vela, Eric Drew, White Walker, Brandon Beal, Nathan Orman, and Ben Watson. Back green on lap 7 of 50 in the Auto Club 400. A great restart from Landon Smith Jr. We got 2 uncharted cars in the top 10. And those guys I mentioned in the 500, they only care about wins. They don't care about points all season. And for Landon Smith Jr., heck, he might just steal this from one of these full-timers that would like to get a win here today. But how about Mitchell Collins? An Auto Club AAA Ford Mustang. He gets a great one through 3 and 4, and he's going to try to take the race lead away from number 33. And because of these guys going side by side, here comes Juan Garcia in the 99. He's gonna make it 3 wide for the race lead almost, but Collins chops it off to put the poster back up front. And now Garcia will play one off turn 2, trying to take the race lead. Here comes Dale Campbell, Eric Drew, and others up front here at Auto Club. Eric Drew gonna make it 3 wide for 3rd. And Juan Garcia trying to take trying to take the race lead away from Mitchell Collins. And Collins is out front. Collins with Team Penske trying to hold off Juan Garcia on the inside lane. And Mitchell Collins last season, he won the season 3 Daytona 500. Can he win not the season 4 Daytona 500, but can he win race 2 of season 4 and win early just like last season? Juan Garcia, he always has a win this season, but he would love to get a points-paying victory. And Trackhouse Racing look awfully strong. All 3 of the cars in the top 10, and 2 of them are inside the top 5. Juan Garcia going for the race lead, and he's going to take it. And here comes Angel O'Bell trying to take 3rd away from White Walker. To the inside he goes. And we will see this always long, very multi-groove here at Auto Club Speedway. 3 or 4 different lanes are possible. And oh, there they go. There's the big one. Dale Campbell. Oh my god. Dale Campbell. Colin Cropley. I think I saw the 77 of Memphis Fisher go upside down as well. 2 or 3 cars upside down. Travis Crampton, Noah Clifton, Josh Ramson, Ryan Giovanni, the big one here at Auto Club, and we have 2 cautions in a span of 11 laps. Well then, what has this season become of already? Jeez. Meanwhile, it's Trackhouse 1-2 here at Auto Club. Wow. I'm just gonna say this: the first attempt went like caution free. So, yeah. The big one's twice down the back stretch with the 43, the 11, 77, 47, 42, the 2, 23, the 10, 16, 51, 45, multiple cars involved. Very unfortunate. Gonna have a lot of 12 connections again here at Auto Club. And we've seen some clean races here at Auto Club in the past, but Auto Club dishing out punishment here for the JBL Cup Series. Besides everyone with damage, no one else is gonna pit, it looks like, so that's gonna be it right there. Man. Crazy race early on, and this is only lap 12 of 50. We still got 39 laps to go here at Auto Club. And, that was a big one off turn number 2. Let's go ahead and see what happened, and we have the second caution of the day, and for the Auto Club 1 here at Auto Club Speedway. Here we go, this lap in 1 and 2. Dale Camel, he tried crossing over the number 9 one up there to Woo. But by doing that, he came down in front of Elijah Gordon, who went up the track and unfortunately just turned him. And then down the track they went. Nowhere to go for Crampton, he gets involved, and then big hit for Travis Crampton, nowhere to go for Brandon Beal. And then most of the field just has nowhere to go after this. Colin Cropley, Chris Reynolds. Massive T-bump for Elijah Gordon from John Anders. That sends them up in the air. Chris Reynolds sends Cropley upside down. Warren Dwyer sends Dale Camel upside down. And then Josh Williamson sends Memphis Fisher up in the air. Lots of big hits right here. And for some of these guys, and then Omar just went into the back of the 17 and a 47. So unfortunately for a lot of these guys, they got involved in second incidents today. And for a lot of these guys, they already have gotten involved in a lot of carnage at Daytona. And now a lot of these guys are in more carnage here at Auto Club early on. And not a great way to start the season for the JBL Cup Series. We were expecting this at the 500, but I'm not expecting this here at Auto Club. And it's very unfortunate to have half the field, I think, get torn up here at Auto Club in the big one down the backstretch. Following along with the 47 of Derek Hamill, and I think that was just a racing incident. Hamill came down, Elijah Gordon came up and just lost the pickets for everyone involved after the fact. There's nowhere to go for lots of these guys, and it's unfortunate because it's only race 2. And a lot of 12 next gens and a lot of guys going to be deep in the points already to start season 4 of the JBL Cup Series. From a stational camera and just nowhere to go for a lot of the back half of the field. Lots of big hits, and unfortunate to have this happen on only lap 12 here in the Auto Club 1. Maybe we can have a clean race for the rest of this one, because we still got 38 laps left here, and got half the field torn up already in the Auto Club 1. But meanwhile, it was Team Trackhouse winning the race back to the line, and Trackhouse looking awfully strong to start the season, and they will be 1-2 on the restart. Let's go ahead and see what happens on the restart here in a wild Auto Club 400. Welcome back to Auto Club Speedway for the Auto Club 400. So much carnage already in the first 2 races of the JBL Cup Series, and unfortunately that ends up being the case here. So far, we will go back going on lap 15 of 50. No one's pitted, so this is the running order as you see. And unfortunately, the drivers out from this big one are Trey Smith, Noah Clifton, Cropley, Williamson, Miles, Gordon, Hamill, Andrews, Fisher, Duane, and Colin. So we still got 28 cars on track, but definitely a lot of them over. I think about half the field was damaged. Going back winning this time by on that 15, it would be Team Trackhouse 1-2 with Juan Garcia and Angel Rivera, Juan Walker in 3rd, Mitchell Collins in 4th, Lane Watson in 5th, Richard Cleon in 6th, Eli Bright in 7th, Aaron Abel in 8th, Nathan Woolman in 9th, and running out the top 10 is Roger James in number 31. Well, it's been a crazy race already. 2 cautions in a span of 10-12 laps. Hopefully we get some green flag racing going. Back green on lap 15 of 50. a good restart from Juan Garcia, when his teammate is going to try to close up to him. Here comes Wyatt Walker going for second on Angel Oliveira. And he's going to try to take it, but 3 and 4 top's going to be really good. And with Oliveira having his teammate up top, it's not going to work out for Wyatt Walker. And unfortunately, Mitchell Collins is going to blow on by on the top side as well, potentially here. Oliveira is not going to get clear though, because Wyatt Walker finds back on the inside lane of 1 and 2. Battle for second still raging on down the fast stretch. Mitchell Collins might try and make it 3 wide with a dive bomb here. He tried, but not gonna get there. Wyatt Walker still trying to take second away from Oliveira. And at the line, he will, but can he keep it through turns 1 and 2? And he will take it away from Oliveira, and now Collins is going to do the same thing. And now Collins is going to take third, but Oliveira trying to do a crossover. Meanwhile, with all that battle from second, third, and fourth, Juan Garcia has pulled away to a little bit of a gap over Wyatt Walker now. And trying to control this field and maybe get a long green flag run going here. On lap number 18, here comes Mitchell Collins to the inside of Wyatt Walker, trying to take second spot away. And he's easily going to take it away. And Mitchell Collins, he might have a good car here. Auto Club just might need to see a long one to see of how good of a car he actually has in that 22 machine. Here comes Benny Watson. He's stuck up top, but he's in the top 5. And how about Ronald Kennington? New driver, new team. They missed the 500. They missed Speed Week, but they showed up. They made it through the qualifying session earlier, and they are up front in the top 10. Great one for that 44 team early on. Battle for second still happening, but Collins is going to keep it for now. Let's see who's off base. Brian Beal is off base with no front end. So hometown kid Travis Crampton, he is off base with no rear end and no back bumper, but he's still going. Logan Ramsey has no back bumper. Joe Rakowski, he has no front end. And then everyone else still in the lead pack. So we still have a lot of cars, relatively speaking. We still got 24 with a shot, but it's been kind of chaotic so far here in Auto Club. Battle for second still continuing on between Wyatt Walker and Mitchell Collins. And Benny Watson, he's trying to make that top side work, trying to get past Oliveira. Walker's gonna take second away again from Mitchell Collins, and Collins might be dropping now in that number 22. Here comes Oliveira, Kennington. Watson's gonna make it through the middle 4 wide. Be careful. 4 wide at Auto Club, and this could be a little bit sketchy. But they sell it back down to 3 wide. Don't know how that is really going to work out for Benny Watson in the long term. And how about this 44? Inline Racing up to 4th now here at Auto Club. Juan Walker all over the bumper of Juan Garcia in this number 20 machine. Doing a good job chasing him down, but Juan Garcia might have a really good car, because no one's been able to challenge him ever since he took the race lead here in the Auto Club 400. And Abel in at number 19, he's trying to make the top side work in 1 and 2, trying to get past King Hart back there, and still Juan Garcia controlling the field in the Auto Club 400. Now we've had 2 cautions. Everyone put it under the first caution, but no one put it under the second caution. So we have to see of how long they really can go, Because if they go past halfway, in theory they should be able to make it on fuel barely, but we just have to wait and see for sure. Bailey gonna take second away from Wyatt Walker, and now his team Trackhouse 1-2 once again here at Auto Club. And now here comes Ronald Kennington in the number 44, trying to take third away from Wyatt Walker, but he's not gonna get there. Ben Watson in 5th, and Mitchell Collins, he's dropped back like a rock on that 22 machine, stuck up top on that third lane. By far the longest green flag one of the day so far. And hopefully this stays this way. And hopefully we can have a long green flag one and get to green flag pit stops. But right now is Juan Garcia, Angel Overa, Wyatt Walker, Ronald Kennington, and Ben Watson in the top 5. Battle for 6 between Eric Drew and Ronald Kennington. Nathan Woman in 8th, and Abel 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Tyree Coleman. And how about this? He comes the Season 3 champion, Allison Lane, on the outside of the top 10 now. Ben Watson wants to take 4th away from the 44 of Ronald Kennington. Down the back switch they go, and into turn 3. Eric Drew might want to take that spot away actually, and Trackhouse, they are looking strong to start off the season. All 3 cars, including the part-time car up front here at Auto Club. Halfway through the Auto Club 400, halfway through race 2 on the season. It's been wild, to say the least, but ever since we went back green on that 15, it's been all Juan Garcia. Now it is all Team Trackhouse. They won the Powered Clash, and right now it's looking pretty good for them to get the first points paying win in the JBL Cup Series for team history for them. But who's gonna get it? Is it gonna be Juan Garcia or Angel Overa? Because Overa looks like he might also have a good Trackhouse machine. Side by side for the race lead, that's gonna allow Wyatt Walker to close in on the top 2. And he's gonna shove the 99 of Garcia past the 1. And now we have a battle for second between Overa and Walker. And this is gonna allow Ben Watson to catch up and everyone else slowly reel them down. But Ben Watson not gonna be able to really do much, as he's gonna be 3 wide here for 4th, I believe, and almost 4 wide, almost gets turned by his teammate Nathan Woman right there. Crazy stuff from 4th on bat. Meanwhile, is all Team Trackhouse working together, and I think we might see pit stops happening past halfway. And I think they can make it from here. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be lap 28, lap 29, so 22, 23 laps on fuel laps right on the window that these guys could potentially make it. Garcia, Wayne, Hartman, Seidel, Upton, 18 of Brian Nelson, Mitchell Collins among the guys and gal who pit on lap 28, 29. And now, let's see who's gonna pit on lap 29. Looks like it's gonna be Overa, Walker, Drew, Watson, and many drivers pitting on lap number 29. But Jordan Stout, he's gonna stay out another lap. Eric Monaco, Chris Reynolds, those are the 3 that are staying out with that don't have damage, and then basically it looks like everyone that has damage, they are also staying out with them. Jordan Stout, Eric Monaco, and Chris Mills, they're staying out again. They're staying out another lap. Going to ensure that they can make it on fuel. And honestly, some of these guys are still out on track. I don't know, maybe they did pit under that second caution. I don't think anyone did, but they have not pitted yet. Aunt Monaco is now pitting on lap 31, so he's definitely going to be able to make it on fuel. But Stout and Chris Mills are still staying out. Logan Williams is still staying out. Joe Wachowski, Travis Crampton, and Brandon Beal have not pitted yet. So really, for the most part, it's the damage cars that are staying out here, and it makes sense because they are going slow with that damage, so they can go further, but it's not going to work out for them in the long term. Jordan Stout is still staying out. Chris Mills is now on pit road. In comes Logan Williams, Joe Wachowski, and Will Parrish. They're still going to stay out on track. Maybe these guys are thinking, hey, we might have fresh tires longer. We might be damaged, but maybe we can take advantage of fresh tires late in this race. I don't know. Bringing Beals in as well. Is Jordan Stout going to finally pit? No. He's still staying out. Maybe he did pit on the lap 12-14 caution, and I don't know about. Joe Wachowski is on pit road. Travis Crampton's on pit road. I think the only one that has not pitted yet is Jordan Stout in this number 21 machine. And the longer he does, the more time he's going to lose. Because sure, everyone else is a lap down, but now he's going to pit on lap 34. So I think he was trying to stay out as long as he could, hoping for a caution, but he never got that caution, and now he's going to be on pit road. So that should eventually cycle out with Angel O'Bella next time by being the race leader. And how about the Season 3 champion of Allison Lane? Where does she come from? I don't know, but now she's up to second. Brandon Nelson's up here. Scott Upton is up here. Tyreek Coleman, Will Parrish, and Mark Garcia went from second to looks like about 10th or so. New players here late in this one in the Auto Club 400. With 15 laps to go, it is still Trackhouse 1-2, but it's now Ed Drew and Angel O'Vea. Ed Drew, Team Trackhouse. They have been strong to start off the season. And now Ed Drew, the Proton, is out front here at Auto Club. O'Vea in second, Allison Lane in third. Benny Watson in fourth. Brandon Nelson in fifth. Tyreek Coleman in sixth. Rod Walker in seventh. Scott Upton in eighth. Mitchell Collins, I believe, is in ninth. And he is running at the top 10 as Will Parrish. Juan Garcia went from leading this thing to being in 11th. And for Jordan Stout, he tried staying out way longer than everyone else, and that hurt him big time because he has fallen back to 20th. So, he might have fresh tires than everyone else, but fresher tires than everyone else, but it's not going to work out for him for a race victory unless people can make it. He can. But I think everyone should be able to make it all the way on fuel. Ed Drew out front. And it's going to be I'm interesting of what happens here. And hold the phone. We got a caution here at Auto Club. Looks like it was Eli Bright and Quinton Moore, Eric Monaco. This changes everything here in the Auto Club 400. The third caution of the day, and unfortunately Quinton Moore is going to be done. Well, now what do these guys do? Because they just pitted. Maybe if they don't know if they can make it all the way, maybe they decide to lose track position and pit. I don't think they would though. I don't see anyone pitting you. And no one's going to, so they must be gonna fuel all the way. Crazy Auto Club, to say the least. A long green flag one right there, and now we're gonna have a, just like in the 500. Actually, no, not just like in the 500. Just like I think in one of the duels or something like that. We are gonna have a sprint to the finish. I think less than 10 laps to go shootout in the Auto Club 400. But let's see what happens to bring out the third caution update in the Auto Club 400, and let's see what happens. Quinton Moore, Eli Bright, and Eric Monaco here at Auto Club. Here we go in turns 3 and 4. Eric Monaco, I don't know if he broke, but Lance Smith Jr., part-time caller for RCR, just went down in the middle of 3 and 4 and moved his teammate up the track and hard hit for Quinton Moore and into the outside wall. A massive impact for the 34 right there, and then what happened to Eli Bright in the 48? There's Eli Bright on the apron, just watching out for everyone to get past these guys, and oh no. One's into the side of Jordan Edwards and sends them sliding up the racetrack. Kept it off the wall with how wide Auto Club is, so that's the good thing, but unfortunate that he got involved in it. So, 4 car incidents here at Auto Club, and a massive hit for Quinton Moore, who will end this day early, following along with the 34 of Quinton Moore, and yeah, the 3 did not break, he just got moved by his teammate, and massive hit for Quinton Moore right there, and you can just see Eli Bright right there just slide in the background. Very unfortunate for that to happen for Quinton Moore, Eric Monaco, Lance Smith Jr., and Eli Bright. Also, all 3 callers have been involved in something today, so not a good one for that team. But with that being said, and with that happening, we're gonna have a less than 10 lap deal shootout here in this wild Auto Club race. 3 cautions now. Who knows, we might not be done with cautions depending on how crazy this restart goes. It's gonna be interesting. Who can win race 2 on the season here at Auto Club for Auto Club 400? Let's find out. Eric Drew, can he get his first career win on the channel? Let's find out here at Auto Club Speedway and for the Auto Club. Going back to Auto Club Speedway, it's been a wild Auto Club 400 to say the least. And we will go back with exactly 10 laps to go here in race 2 on the season. The only driver out from that crash is unfortunately Quinton Moore. So we have 27 cars left on the racetrack. And the top 10 for this 10 lap shootout is Eric Drew, Allison Lane, Angel O'Vale, Benny Watson, Brandon Nelson, Tyree Hartman, Todd Upton, Wyatt Walker, Mitchell Collins, and Will Parrish. Good one for Will Parrish. This team, the 26 and the 27 for Hesburgh, both cars missed the 500. Only team to not get at least one car into the 500. And the 26 made it, 27 didn't, but the 26 of Will Parrish doing a pretty good job inside the top 10. It's been a while when at Auto Club, to say the least. Hopefully that's it of the cautions, and hopefully we can stay green for the last 10. It's Eric Drew leading us back to the green. Can Trackhouse get the win after being dominant with all 3 cars, or will someone steal it? back green with 10 laps to go in Auto Club 400. A pretty good result from Ed Will. A new timer to the channel, but he has Steelers. Oh, I don't know, the season 3 champion, Allison Rain, right behind him. And Allison Rain looking pretty good, but she's gonna get held out to dry by Ed Will's teammate and Angel Oliveira. Oliveira trying to take second away, and Oliveira, who knows, maybe he doesn't want his teammate to win. Maybe he wants to win for himself, and give on Spin Watson, he's been quiet all day, top 5, top 7, and now he's gonna make it 3 wide for the race lead, and 3 and 4. Benny Watson, I believe he's up there with the most wins on the channel with, I think, 8 or 9 or something like that. He could, I think he might be able to tie, or break the tie, if I think Joy or something like that, for the all-time wins on the channel if he can win here at Auto Club. But Team Trackhouse is so strong, they're gonna work together, and Ben Watson's gonna get shuffled by Chevrolets. Wyatt Walker, he's trying to make his way back up to the front. We got a lot of Chevys, but we still got a couple of Toyotas and a couple of Fords. Cannot count Scott Upton or Major Collins in this one. But if you want to win, you're gonna have to beat these Trackhouse cars. They have been so fast all race long. Oliveira out front, Ed Drew in second, Ben Watson in third, Aston Martin in fourth, and Brian Nelson in fifth. Ed Drew, he might be a rookie, he might be battling against his teammate, but he wants his first career win on the channel. Watson gonna go up top, and that's gonna potentially hurt him as here comes Allison Rain to the inside. Well, that might help him because he's gonna get a massive one and go to the inside of Oliveira in turns 3 and 4. Eric Drew, first time on the channel, only second career start. We saw a first timer win in the Daytona 500. Can a first timer go 2 races in a row to start the season? Benny Watson up to second though, one of the most veteran drivers in the series and on the channel. 3 seasons in the Cup Series. Wyatt Walker's second season in the Cup Series, and here comes Benny Watson. Down the back stretch at Auto Club Speedway, trying to take the race leeway, coming to 5 laps to go. And he's gonna take it from Eric Drew. Wyatt Walker, he's back up front late in this thing. How about Tyree Cartman? He's up front, in front row. Scott Upton. Jordan Stout, I said that he was on flush tires, and he just made 4 wide. I forgot that he was on flush tires. Jordan Stout, he is flying in this 21 machine. Some 2 or 3, 4 lap flush tires. He might win this thing based off of flush tires. Battle for the race lead with 4 laps to go. Eric Drew and Benny Watson. Watson's gonna keep it. Wyatt Walker. Eric Drew. Scotton's gonna make it 4 wide for second. Not quite gonna get there. Showing us how he is on fresh tires. What does he do with all this mess? I don't know. Jordan Stout might be on 4 fresh tires, but he has 5 guys to pass if he wants to get this race victory. Benny Watson out front in the number 9 Henry Motorsports Chevy Camaro, and now he's starting to pull away from second on back. Wyatt Walker, Eric Drew. This 21 is trying to work his way up here, but he has no help down the front stretch this time by. 3 laps to go at Auto Club Speedway. Jordan Stout trying to take 4th place from Scott Upton, and he's gonna do so, just so. Oh my god. Eric Drew tried blocking Scott Upton, but didn't look out for him. Coming to 2 laps to go. And this could be exactly what Ben Watson wants to see. 2 laps to go, 4 miles left for Hendrick Motorsports and for Ben Watson. He is trying to get yet another win on the channel. They are 4 wide behind them. Stopped on the 4th lane, 4 wide for 4th. And unfortunately, that's not going to work out for Stockton because 4 flush tires only really work out if they're on the bottom, and that's not going to be the case. Here we go, 1 lap to go at the line. White flag this time by. It's going to be a Chevy, Toyota, or Ford getting the job done in the Auto Club for. It's been a wild one. 3 different cautions, mostly dominated by Trackhouse, but none of them are up front. White flag, final lap. This is going to be Ben Watson, Wyatt Walker, or Scott Upton. Wyatt Walker wins about half a lane higher in 1 and 2, trying to do a crossover potentially off turn 2. Tried getting there, couldn't quite do it. Walker's gonna have one more shot at in 3 and 4. He's gonna get there, gonna move Ben Watson out of the way. Can Watson get a 1 and 3 and 4? No, he's not gonna be able to. Wyatt Walker's gonna steal it. Wyatt Walker was up front all the way slow, and he's gonna steal it, lead the final lap, and Wyatt Walker for Joe Gibbs Racing wins the Auto Club 400. How about that? I thought Watson had it. But Wyatt Walker moves Ben Watson out of the way on the final lap and steals it from that number 9 team. How about that? How about that? Wow. Wyatt Walker, first time he was here on the channel, he didn't have a lot of success in the Cup Series. Well, he gets it done here, and a veteran, second season in the Cup Series, gets the job done. I don't know how many wins he has on the channel, but he gets the win here at Auto Club. What a race. That was definitely something to say the least. 3 cautions, the big one happened, but we still got a green flag finish. We still got a 10 lap shootout, and boy was it intense to the very end. A last lap pass, and Wyatt Walker gets it. Ben Watson in 2nd, Scott Upton in 3rd, Nathan Orman in 4th, O'Vale in 5th, Eric Drew in 6th, Jordan Stout with those 4 flush tires. He was up to 4th at one point, but he couldn't really do much after being stuck up top. Allison Wing was up to 3rd at one point, but finishes in 8th, Mitchell Collins in 9th, and Lon Garcia in 10th. Roger James in 11th, Ronald Kennington in 12th. Good one for that team. Just barely showed up here at our club. Made it through the part-time qualifying earlier, and they get a 12th place finish. Justin Zidell in 13th, Brandon Nelson in 14th, Tom Buchanan in 15th, and Abel in 16th. Richard Quinola in 17th, Will Parrish in 18th, Jordan Edwards in 19th, and Chris Reynolds in 20th. Eli Bright in 21st, Lance Smith Jr. in 22nd, Joe Wilkowski 23rd, Travis Crampton 24th, Logan Williams 25th, Brian Beal 26th, and Marco 27th. And it was the only 27 cars that finished here in this one. And then 28th on that DNF with problems. Quentin Moore, Trey Smith, Noah Clifton, Colin Cropley, Josh Williamson, Owen Miles, Elijah Gordon, Dale Campbell, John Andrews, Memphis Fisher, Ryan Dwight, and Stephen Collin all crashed out. And unfortunately for the 2nd straight week in a row, 2nd straight race in a row, Zach Fitzwater blew up early on and he will finish dead last here in the JBL Cup Series. That was a race. Not what I was expecting, based off of testing, but still not bad. 2 cautions in the first 10, 12 laps, and then up having a long green flag 1, and then had a 3rd caution, and then had a 10 lap shootout with a great finish and a last lap pass for the win. Thank you guys so much for watching here at Auto Club Speedway for the JBL Cup Series. I'm sorry that it was 2 weeks almost for race 2 to come out. Last week, as of the time of recording, I was going to, but as I said in the Discord, allergies kind of stopped me from doing it, and then technical difficulties kind of halted things for a little bit. But it's gonna be good. Hopefully, eventually, we can get some co-commentators up in the booth at some point, and it's gonna be fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. Here for the Auto Club London, race 1 of the West Coast Arena and race 2 on the season. And White Walker gets the job done at Ford at the 500, and now a Toyota here at Auto Club. What will happen next time out at Las Vegas? Who knows? Brand new version trying out. Have to see what happens there. Race 2 of the West Coast Swing later this week here on NS Racing 97. The points and the rookie of the year points are coming up next here at the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations once again to White Walker and Joe Gibbs Racing for winning the Auto Club 4. It was definitely a wild one. And let's see what happens next time out at Las Vegas. Let's see who can gamble in Las Vegas. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until Viva Las Vegas next time out, I will see you guys later. Bye!